All right, so I thought we would revisit Bethel here. Two shows this summer that I considered kind of low points of the summer tour, and I haven't heard from many people that agreed with. In fact, I think most everybody I've heard from really liked Bethel, and maybe some people were like, "Eh, man, it was all right, whatever." And I went back and I didn't listen to every minute of both shows, but some of my takes, my original thoughts, I agreed with. I took a glance at the whiteboards and watched the recap videos, which is really hard to do, I'll say. But I sort of was like, yeah, I remember now. I agree with myself there, and I still maintain with the Golgi, while probably not as bad as I thought it was. I still kind of think, that even the people that really like that Golgi, I think they would admit that it wasn't the cleanest. And I do think they would probably also agree that Trey sometimes is better at improvising than he is playing one of them old songs from like 30 years ago. And I think maybe in that moment, Trey was like, screw it. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I'm just going to turn this into a jam. That's what I'm best at. That's what people love. And then the sample in a jar that followed was really good. I don't think I said anything bad about it then. And I've listened to it and watched the video of it again since then. The band uploaded it to their YouTube. And then overall, even though they were all first sets or 1.0 songs, and that's great. That would get some bonus points from me. I still felt like, and it now shows that the tour is over, that most of those songs they played that night, I felt like this seems like they're just playing a bunch of songs. Didn't feel like a natural set. And most of those songs, that was their only appearance of the summer. It almost felt like it was like something they wanted to do. I don't know if I want to use the word planned or whatever, but certainly it was in the thought process. Let's get these songs out of the way. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know who cares what the reason was. I felt like that was the thing, and I kind of feel like it's a little bit proven since most of those songs, that was their one and only appearance of the summer. Maybe not every single song in that first set, but several for sure. And the second set, the YEM, was really good. The Boogie On, which I'm a big fan of, was not so great. And then, obviously, we went to Chomper City there at the end with the Wilson Possum Cavern, bad encore. So I could see why I was down on the second set, and maybe even with that ending overall. Life Beyond the Dream, and I've really come around on Sigma Oasis. And but still just not that song. And that song is the encore. I know the encore is just like kind of a bonus or whatever. Who cares what it is? But followed by a run of a trio of Chomper songs, just an okay to bad Boogie on Reggae Woman. But then some nights I may have just been like, look, if I just had a great day or something and everything was feeling good, I might have just been like, that sample in the first set and that YEM in the second set alone made this kind of a good show overall. But I was just sort of like, we got that sample and we got that YEM and that was about it. Which is kind of true. And the meat and timber, always good as well. I kind of mentioned the heat as well. It's been just like everywhere. It's just been so hot here this summer. Maybe just the heat had gotten to me that day, and overall it was just me. But for the most part, while I would probably rate it a little better now, I would give them more credit for just the sample and the YEM alone. I would still just say just okay. I think some people just like really. And I saw a lot of people be like, how could that first set not be cool? It was all 1.0. Well, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes it's got to play out and you got to hear it. And of course, we all are going to have different opinions. So then on to night two, a song that I definitely totally dismissed. And the recap was kind of bunk that night. I started with the encore, went backwards down the set list whiteboard line or something, got to like Set Your Soul Free, and then jumped over to the beginning of the show. So the recap was kind of whack that night, little whack tube. We didn't get a whack tube this summer, did we? Damn it. I love writing whack tube on the board. So, evening song I have come completely around on, Did the old 185 on you. And I just totally dismissed it, like who cares about evening song, and I think they played some Casbot right after it. But I like evening song now, much better than Life Beyond the Dream. Come on, man. I'll take evening song way more than that, and even Everything's Right, Leaves, Thread, bunch of good songs on there. So anyhow, that was something that I've definitely flipped on. Now I go from liking that. That started. We ended night one with Beyond the Dream. We start night two with Evening Song. They're just flooding us with Sigma. So then I like that Fishman didn't allow the woos and vultures, just powered right through. That gets a lot of credit. Undermine had a jam along with the jam after the jam. Ghost, which went on to have a great summer, had made a nice appearance. So there was some really good stuff in the first set there, night 2, that, again, maybe it was the cross-eyed soul-free stuff, and while the encore had the Hoarse and Silent in the Morning in there, Fuck Your Face, all this stuff. It was a little wild encore. I like the encore. I think a bug kind of dive bombed on Page's face, caught on the webcam. I think maybe overall the Cross-Eyed and Painless, that your soul-free stuff, just sort of maybe, kind of like the night 1 ended on a sour note, night 2 maybe kind of ended on a sour note, and that kind of overall brings down how I feel about the show. I mean, you could get off to a rough 30-minute start, and if the song ended strong, I'd probably be fired up and be mostly positive in the recaps. So definitely the first set of night 2 I would rate much higher. The first set of night 1 I would probably leave alone, but then night 1 set 1, the YEM was strong, you know. Man, that's the song. That's like the Hall of Famer, you know. First ballot, 60 out of 60 votes from the jam band media members in this made-up Phish Hall of Fame. So I don't know. I guess that's my. I'm not going to go back and you know, if you and I, me and you, if we disagreed on some other stuff, I'm probably not going to go back and recap your show. Sorry, Bethel. I just heard from a bunch of people, basically everybody, and I don't know. I thought I'd go back and see, and you know, I don't cling to these recaps like no, etched it in stone. That's what I said. That's the word. You know. All right, guys. Boom. We're out of here. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon. I like to end with a boom. Boom. Play looks nice over there. Green. Add some green to the video. It helps. Makes things look lively.